Good morning, good people. Now, is that better? Or is this better? Or is this better? Number one or number two? One or two? No. One or two? Or three? Or four? Go back to that. No. I think I go back to that. Some reds and blues in there. Okay. Well, good morning. Good morning. Got to do things to entertain ourselves, right? So today is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Good morning, What Not a Bevy. Glad to see you here. Sorry we were not able to connect last night, but you're here now, so good. The day can proceed. Proceed on loquitur, as Sophie would say. Procyon loquitur. Raccoon. What? Okay. All right. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Today is week 1, day 3 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. I gave a friend of mine one of these the other day. A lawyer, somebody who's been a lawyer probably 50, more than 50 years, probably close to 60 years. He eagerly went through it, and this morning I was thinking, it's not designed for lawyers. It's designed for people with adults with about a 3rd grade education that can spend 4 hours a day going through the pages. Going through about 100 pages a week at the rate of 4 hours a day. So 4 times 7, about almost, say, 25 hours to do 100 pages, 4 pages an hour. You might have to repeat it a few times to get it. And anyway, I'm not sure that was not lost on him, that it's really, you got to look at it like, I don't know anything. I'm a high school dropout, 9th grade, whatever, finished the 6th grade, or I pulled the plug at the 6th grade, but kept coasting along till the 9th. And now I see my life, man, I'm in prison. My life really sucks. This is not what I intended when I was 8. And I'm committed, I'm determined to change the path, the direction of my life. And I've got this, which is practical advice from experts, or I have the Bible and a bunch of people in here telling me what it means. A bunch of people who are also have a life that sucks telling me what it means. And okay, cool. You see where that story's going. So what not a bevy? How are things in Fort Jax? How is school? How are the Jacksonville Wolverines? Jaguars. Okay, so the theme of today's theme is addiction. What you believe is wrong. Wrong. Yeah. No, you don't know. How do you know, man? We won. Best game ever on Monday. Jax is great. Okay, Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Wolverines. The Jacksonville Prairie Dogs. I'm in Georgia. Oh, Georgia. Georgia. Alrighty then. Okay, so for the rest of the people out there in the world, today is day 3, week 1. Who am I and why do I behave the way I do? We're talking about addiction. And The thing is, the topic of the TED Talk from a guy who the experts say probably nailed it. We were going deep. He went broad and not shallow. He covered the terrain. He did the Elon Musk boring company thing. He went right through it, motivated like a son of a bitch who was beep. We'll cut that out in editing, right? Okay. So he went through it like a knife through hot butter. What? A hot knife through butter. He went through it like a hot knife through butter. Probably got it. Why? Because he was motivated. He had the means. He was educated. He had money. And man, was he motivated to figure out why he really screwed up his life. So he probably got it. So we're going to get that, take it one step a little bit further. But before we do that, advice from an 80-year-old, who my friend Rulon says 80-year-olds don't know anything. Got to get advice from a 90-year-old. Always accept an outstretched hand. Now, I used to be a little bit critical of that. Accept an outstretched hand from my enemy. Accept an outstretched hand from somebody who persecutes me. And at the end of the day, per the Jordan Peterson short down below the 2-minute thing, it really doesn't matter. In the big scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. So what if you're persecuted? Take it well. Handle it well. Bad things happen to good people. But in the big picture, the big scheme of life, something that takes place for the fraction of a width of a hair on your head. So a fraction of that. Let's say it's the whole width of a hair on your head. Your whole life is screwed. Your whole life you have been taken advantage of. You are a undesirable in the Hindu caste system. Your whole life. What is that, the width of a hair on your head, compared to a 7.84 mile walk? Nothing. Okay, so what does Seth Godin have to say? Unsolvable. A problem without a solution isn't a problem. It's a situation we have to live with. But most existing problems do have solutions. We just don't like that solution. The solution might be challenging or feel risky or lead to an outcome we're not happy about. It's tempting to announce that this means the problem is unsolvable. It's not. It's just not an easy or low-cost solution. It's even more tempting to do the worst thing. Pretend that the problem doesn't matter. Ignore it. Avoid people who insist that not only is it a problem, but there's a solution worth pursuing. Sometimes problems ignored simply disappear. Not often, though. Okay, so he's saying it's even more tempting to do the worst thing, which is pretend that the problem doesn't matter. Ignore it. Sometimes problems ignored simply disappear. Okay, but not often, though. Okay. That one was a little bit over my head. I know it was good, but I just didn't get it. Seemed to go both directions. All right, let's look at our worksheet, see if there's anything else. Daily Stoic, talking about legacy, saying legacy doesn't matter. Ryan Holiday saying, quoting the Stoics, legacy doesn't matter. You're going to be dead. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going to have the problems they still have today. Legacy don't matter. All right. Next. see, we talked a little bit about Jordan Peterson. Angriness solved. Yeah. If you write, he says, write down a list of all of the things that make you angry. First, you're going to find 10% of them shouldn't make you. You're going to say, oh, that I shouldn't get angry about that. And then you're going to knock another whole batch off your list and another whole batch. And you're going to find out that the things that make you angry are not as bad as we thought once we look at them. Definitely worth reading. Okay. Addiction. How are we doing for addiction? Addiction. Ugh. So addiction is one of those value infused words. It's bad. I think we need to look at it with a different word, first of all, and change the word addiction to dopamine. Dopamine abundance. Excess dopamine. No, it's not excess. It's an abundance of dopamine, which in order to feel good makes us want to do something. If we already feel good, if we're doing something pleasurable, we're not going to get a dopamine surge. If we're not, if our system isn't trying to replace something that's uncomfortable with something more comfortable, we're not going to get a surge. But so for people that have addiction problems, dopamine abundance problems, there are certain triggers like hunger, angry, lonely, tired. Those things, if you're hungry, are you feeling good, content, happy? No. If you're angry, feeling good, content, happy? No. Lonely, good, content, happy? No. Tired, are you feeling good, content, happy? No. So one of those triggers happens, our system makes us want to feel good, boom, we get a shot of dopamine. Or we can say we're not only not feeling good, we're feeling bad, we're feeling stressed, we're feeling worried, angry. Bammo, shot of dopamine. That's going to make us, it's going to attempt, or it's going to help us, motivate us, nudge us to do something that will make us feel better. And the amount of dopamine is, I would say, relatively significant, more than the average person. And then the things that we do to make us feel good quickly, we do on our own. We don't do them in a group. So people that are short for their weight, generally, when they get into a situation where they're not feeling good, they get a shot of dopamine non-consciously. Shot of dopamine, the system makes them want to do something to reduce the, I'll just call it anxiety, reduce the thing, reduce the trigger. How about that? Reduce the trigger. And, oh, there's a piece of chocolate cake. I like chocolate cake. Take a bite. Oh, I feel so good. Bammo. The problem is if I do that too much, I take in too many calories and then I get fat. Other people might say, I like going for a run. It clears my mind. It just feels good. When I don't run, I don't feel good. Or going to the gym. The problem with that is you eat a piece of chocolate cake, a bite of chocolate cake instantly feels good. Going to the gym, going for a run, you might have to be running for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But before that, you got to do this and that, put on your shoes, get done, blah, 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 where it's easier just to get a blasted dopamine, where you get the dopamine. It's easy to respond quickly with a piece of chocolate cake. Okay, so Johann Hari says the opposite of addiction is what? What is what not a baby's new addiction? Same, Georgian, what's your new addiction? But the opposite of addiction is connection, right? Being with other people. people. Oh, the gym is the new addiction. Endorphins. Okay, addiction, the opposite. Said, I'm going to the hotel gym after podcast. Okay, so the opposite of addiction, according to Johann Hari, is connection, being around other people. So when we're around other people in a positive group, we usually don't feel hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or have those other addictions, right? I mean, those other triggers. So Johann Hari's statement about addiction is the opposite of addiction is connection, isolation, dopamine. He doesn't say an abundance of dopamine, but something's not going right in your life and you do things in isolation in order to make you feel good. So we're going to bring this down to a neuroscience level with the dopamine. The dopamine is what drives the behavior that isolates you from other people, and the sole purpose is to take away whatever is bothering you, whatever the trauma is. That's what it's trying to do. There's some pain that your system, your dopaminergic system, is trying to get rid of. And if you don't have friends, your dopaminergic system is still going to drive you to do things to make you feel good, but your brain doesn't know what's good or bad on its own. All it knows is that piece of chocolate cake or that shot of whiskey or whatever is going to take the pain away, take away whatever the trauma is temporarily. So AA's approach is call a sponsor, go to a meeting, get out of isolation, which we know now releases oxytocin. So dopamine goes down, oxytocin goes up, and the urge to drink goes down. So I would say it's like this. We have the gift of dopamine abundance. That is a gift. That is not a curse. That's a gift. We have the gift of dopamine abundance. Good system. We have a belief. So for an alcoholic, we might have a belief that is, alcoholism runs in my family. No, abundance of dopamine runs in my family, but I have this belief that my family is alcoholics. So I have an abundance of dopamine. Some traumatic event intervenes. Something happens that makes me feel not good. I have this underlying belief, part of my self-image, is my family are addicts. So what is my dopaminergic system primed to do when a traumatic event occurs? Drink. Right. So if we say the dopamine abundance is a good thing, all I need to do is have it focused on good behavior, like maybe writing poetry. Okay, if I need to isolate, maybe it's writing poetry, maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's building ships and bottles, some kind of hobby. What is a hobby? Kind of mostly things people do in isolation. And it could be, spending hours and hours and hours painting little toy soldiers or making things or a train set. Those are positive forms of things that the community would say are positive forms, positive things to do during isolation. Stamp collections, coin collections. We will generally say somebody that's been a coin collector, man, that guy really loved coins. He really understood. He put in a lot of time. Same thing, stamps. People used to do that. when it wasn't a quick fix, when it was a delayed gratification thing. I'm going to start collecting. Oh, there's my first coin. Here's my second coin, versus immediate gratification. Oh, I just need a hit of meth. So time is up. Time is racing. Time is up. The takeaway from today is addiction is the result of having an abundance of dopamine, which is going to make you want to do things to reduce the pain from whatever the traumatic event is. What we need to do is have it targeted on something that is actually better for us, and that society, our community, is thumbs up about. And if you want to isolate, good, isolate with a stamp collection or study something on ChatGPT. Do that for hours and hours and hours. Don't go for the immediate, quick chocolate cake or whatever. Okay, so with that, we're going to say and cut. What not a bevy? Give me a call at some point so we can talk about why use in Georgia.